I know I'm better than you. So what can you do that I can't do? And that was just what gave me the persistence to keep on pushing and pushing and pushing. And I just felt...
It's like going into something new. You don't know the answers.
Yeah.
And you don't need to know the answers before you start.
Yeah.
Just get started and learn along the way.
My business partner always used to laugh at me. Like there was a form of like delusion I had.
You almost have to become obsessed.
Literally.
With trying to achieve whatever it is you said you had to achieve.
But I'll literally say, bro, if I do not get this property or if I don't get a property by this day or this time, I will perish.
Real progress isn't built on epiphanies. It's built on persistence, resilience, patience, and pressure.
And you don't need to have it all figured out. You just need to be committed and you need to keep applying pressure, and do not put your foot off the gas.
Others are waiting for a miracle, but the ones that win, they're the ones that are working on it every single day.
Welcome back to the best flipping show on YouTube. The Unplug podcast.
Yes,
man.
Baby.
Talk to me different. I'm sexy now. I'm sexy now. Nearly 500 subs. Give me some love.
Talk to me nicely.
Let's go. Guys, welcome back. We are the Unplug podcast.
We are indeed.
And if you have just managed to wander on us, God has blessed you. And we are all about helping people unplug from the matrix and live life on their own terms.
Yes, indeed. We are about positivity, motivation.
Tell them again.
Inspiration.
What?
And life change, guys. So if that sounds like something you want to add to your life, get liking, get subscribing.
Please do.
Please do. Roll to 500 subscribers as well. I want to say that, man.
Let's go, baby.
So before we dive in, I just want to ask our audience, trying to improve our engagement. Like, I want you to comment and let us know what's one obstacle you've been battling for a long time. What's that one thing that you just can't seem to get over no matter what you do? Share that in the comments. Let us know. We'll give our feedback.
100%.
We're here to support, man.
And absolutely anything, guys, whether it's that new business, the name, the logo, the design, the industry, the market, service or product you want to do, anything at all, let us know in the comments.
Because, guys, the reality is most people quit too early. They make slow progress and they feel like there's no progress.
If you're always chasing shortcuts, there's no motivation there. You'll break down before it's time to break through.
But the shift is adopting a new mindset, guys. It's about persisting. It's about resisting. It's about repeat. And it's about working from different angles and obstacles to overcome any challenge that you're facing right now.
110%.
So I want to talk about, in life, in history, there's this myth about change coming from, like a big monumental moment. But we've both, read about successful people who, I've got here Edison, he didn't discover the light bulb at a flash. It was a continuous working and testing, 6,000 filaments before he actually, achieved his objective. Some might say, well, did Edison discover the light bulb? But that's another episode. That's another episode within itself. But, people seem to think there's this one big moment and then that's when all the success comes. So I wanted to kind of debunk that and just talk about, maybe a moment in your life. I'll talk about a moment in my life where you realize there is no one big moment. It's just a case of sticking with it, persevering, pushing through any resistance and just going and going.
Yeah, I feel that for any sort of like major kind of like success I've ever had in my life personally, or whether in business, like you said, it's never been just that one massive monumental thing. It's always been an amalgamation of just small little steps just bolt together. And then sometimes, I don't know for you, but more so personally for me, I just sort of like wake up or I just kind of stand and realize, oh, flipping out, I'm actually here, right? I don't even realize that I've had this success, or because obviously naturally, as entrepreneurs, as people in this like, form of business and whatever it is that we're trying to do or people may be trying to do, you're always like, expanding and being ambitious and moving the goalposts positively, right? So for me, it's like, just sort of consistently doing what I've done. And then I realized, okay, cool, wow, like, I've got to 10 properties now. Like I'm number 12 now. I didn't even realize that I've been so involved in just getting the work done that I didn't even realize it was there. It's not like I just got it's not like I just got handed a block of 10 flats. Yeah. Right? So yeah, I feel like, I do massively agree. It's always it's an amalgamation of small steps, I think personally. What about you?
Yeah, I think for me, I learned to just not quit. You know, when things go wrong or go bad, your natural instinct is, let me just quit, let me give up. But I've learned very much in the last 3 and a bit years the importance of like just not quitting. Because the minute you quit, you have no chance.
Yeah.
You're out of the game.
Yeah, literally.
But you have to be in it to win it. So you got to be in the game and you got to understand. And life changed for me when I realized that making mistakes was all right. As long as you learn from them, especially in my business, then that's where the progress is. The progress comes from overcoming hard times, bro. Do you know what I mean? It's not all sunshine and rainbows, especially when you're running your business, you know? So yeah, I think that's for me when it really changed, just learning that it's okay to make mistakes, not be afraid to make mistakes, because that also helps you start. A lot of people don't start stuff because they're scared of making mistakes. They're scared of failing, but understanding that you will fail.
You will, naturally.
And it's okay to fail. You're only going to learn.
Yeah.
It's funny, I was in the gym this morning, I was saying to someone, it's funny, when you run a business, yeah, you only know when things ain't working, when something goes wrong.
Yeah.
Do you get me?
Yeah.
So it's like, something has to go wrong for you to be able to fix it or improve it or move forward.
100%. Like this, it's the iterations, right? Like constantly like adapting. You guys always hear me right now. I'm on Freeman 4.0 right now. So like, again, it's just always kind of like being like the evolvement, right? And just constantly like the evolution of your progress and just the constant change and iterations, like for you to becoming that next version. I know we sort of touched on it briefly, and, you know, it was more so on from a personal perspective, but maybe like now on in regards to your business, like what are some stories or some experiences that you've had where you've just been relentless and have had a lot of pressure?
I think I was relentless in getting this business up. I feel like for me, this is the first business I've done by myself.
What was your biggest obstacle, just kind of like starting out?
Oh, starting, just like the fear of failing. That's what I mean. Like it was a big thing. Like I've never set up a business by myself. I've always done it with someone else. Am I good enough to do it by myself? That the whole imposter syndrome thing kicks in. But yeah, that was kind of my biggest fear. And then I just became relentless. I was like, you know what? Why not? Why not? What's, like we always say, what's the worst can happen? And I was relentless, bro. Set up, like made my plan, set up my company. Was on the phone pretty much every day to landlords, pitching, going on view. I was relentless. And all of a sudden, within the first 2 weeks, I got my first property. That's how relentless I was. I was on it. I was getting viewings every day, Monday to Sunday. Do you know what I mean? Lining up. So just relentless with it. And then, yeah, things started to click.
Question, maybe not obviously, because that's obviously, I feel like where you've been like super relentless, and not a lot of people can sometimes have that dog in them, as they may say, to kind of like be able to achieve those results. So is there like another time in your business whereby which you've been relentless, day, night, nothing is clicking, the needle isn't moving, and like you're just this close to just giving up, but you kept pushing through? What was that moment, and why did you push through?
Do you know what? I always try and use other people as an inspiration and a motivation, even when things get hard, because there's been many a times more so in the beginning of the business where I felt like I want to quit. I took on a property, like I found out I couldn't do it there. I lost a lot of money early on my first unit.
Oh, wow.
Most people would have quit. They would have thought, this Airbnb thing don't work, you know? So there was that. But then I thought, I can see people online who are making this business work. If they can make it work, I can make it work. Like, you're no better than me, I'm no better than you. If I see you doing something, I know that if I put my mind to it, I can do it as well. So yeah, that's kind of...
Yeah, that's a crazy amount of self-belief.
Yeah, no, and it's not always, you know, I've never always had that. I feel like self-belief and confidence come from just doing. That's the only way you're going to get confidence, is by actually doing something that you said you was going to do and moving forward. So yeah, what about yourself?
It's funny because I had probably like an opposite story. I wish I could have got my first property in like 2 weeks. I feel like, yeah, I was very, very persistent. It took me 12 months to get my first property. 12 months. I think I was doing the numbers like a few months back. Over 1,000 phone calls to landlords and estate agents, at least 320 viewings, and just rejection after rejection. Like, bro, like everything told me to stop.
Yeah.
Everything told me to give up. Right. And even sometimes the people, I was doing the business with at the time, where I was like, lost a bit of motivation. I was just always trying to like reignite the group to like, guys, come on, we need to keep on pushing. Like, guys, come on. Like, I remember I'd go like travel like an hour away. Landlord doesn't even show up to the viewing. I'd pull up on the hard shoulder, my manager's calling me on the way to a viewing.
That's more than enough to make anyone want to quit.
Literally. But again, like you, I saw people who were killing it, right? But I was probably say a bit more prideful, like, I know I'm better than you.
Yeah.
I know I'm better than you. So what can you do that I can't do? And that was just what gave me the persistence to keep on pushing and pushing and pushing. And I just felt, yeah, when I got my first property, like the floodgates just opened. The floodgates just opened. And yeah, I just scaled like crazy and I acquired like an insane amount of properties in that time. But yeah, like it was hard. It was hard. Like I feel like I understand it better than anyone else, especially when it comes to this business, like the Airbnb property management business, of like just the element of persistence.
Yeah. So where do you think that came from? How was you able to just keep going? Where most people would have quit, what made you just keep going and going?
Just knowing what was on the other side for me if I quit. That being me spending the same amount of time building someone else's empire.
Being in the system.
Being in the system, right? And obviously, make sure you watch the previous episode. But but again, I just realized that was on the other side of me, right? And if I'm willing to put 40 hours in someone else's business, why can I not put even 10 or 5 into my own? And that was just what kept on pushing me. Just the other side. I could see it. There was and my business partner always used to like laugh at me. Like there was a form of like delusion I had. Like there is, and you have to be like almost a bit psychotic.
I was gonna say that. It's funny. I was thinking that you almost have to become obsessed,
literally,
with trying to achieve whatever it is you said you had to achieve.
Literally, because. But I would, obviously, you know, I'm a bit of an extremist, but I would literally say, bro, if I do not get this property or if I don't get a property by this day or this time, I will perish. Like I used to say that to myself. I was so extreme, but I had to be.
Yeah.
I had to be like, you know,
deluded
like,
somewhat.
bro, like, you know, sometimes you see these videos, right, of where like these women, like their babies like trapped underneath like a car or something and then just unlock this gorilla strength and flip that's how I felt. Like I tried to put myself and force myself in this situation to just sort of unlock something, right? Like this doesn't like need to work. It has to work.
I've got no other option.
No options.
Yeah, there's no plan B.
Literally. A or nothing else.
But bro, you see that mentality shift, it's almost like it brings out an animal in you. Like it's like, what's that, fight or flight?
Yeah.
Like there literally is, I have to make this work. Or like you said, I'm gonna perish.
Literally.
And if you can kind of adopt that, man, it just makes you pull out things you didn't even know you had.
Crazy. Superpowers, bro.
Yeah.
Superpowers. The energy, the creativity. It's like you unlocked an extra 2-3% of your brain.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a powerful thing.
Yeah. As you know, guys, we are all about practical steps and tips to help you apply some of what we're speaking about. But I think today, more of us say practical steps. I feel like this requires mindset shifts, you know, on how to overcome obstacles, because life is full of obstacles. And if we can learn how to overcome them, you know, not just stop or give up when they are in our way, then we can achieve greatness.
100%.
You know, we can achieve greatness. Where you are, I'm sure you've had to overcome so many obstacles and challenges. Like you said, it took you ages to get a property, but you didn't quit. You know, my own stories are my own of just things not working and just keep going no matter what. Times where you doubt yourself, am I good enough? But you just have to keep going. It's like you're fighting with yourself. So I wanted to highlight, I say that to say this, some major mindset shifts of how someone might be thinking now to how maybe they should be thinking to overcome the obstacle.
Yeah, no, definitely. And I definitely think a mindset shift is massive. That could probably even be like a very clear sort of practical step as well. Just shifting that mindset. And I remember reading somewhere, maybe even watching a video of someone said, life didn't stop giving me obstacles. I just got better at handling them. Life will always give you obstacles. Life will always give you challenges. There will always be hurdles. You're an idiot if you think like it's not. You're just gonna have,
unless you crawl under a rock.
Literally. Literally. And even that, you might get some spiders biting you. You know what I mean? But like, you just have to get better at handling them. Right? And the better you can adapt to pressure, tough situations, quick thinking, you know, things are about to go tits up, like that will adapt you for this next version of yourself that you want to become. right? So mindset shift is massive. It's probably like the most like important or critical step in this, I think.
Yeah. No, Jim Rohn, you know, we love Jim Rohn, man. He famously said, don't ask for less problems, ask for more skills. Because the skills will allow you to solve the problems, you know? So, yeah, I thought that was quite fitting for what you just said. So, yeah, like I said, you know, we want to kind of shift our mindset from, I don't know how I'm going to do this, I'll figure it out. I've launched, or in the process of putting together a vlog documenting my journey of building, you know, my business from a 6-figure to a 7-figure business. Bro, do you think like I know exactly how I'm going to do that, but I'm going to find a way? Just a shift in mindset from, I could be like, do this. I'm like, I need to do this. I'll figure it out.
100%.
You know what I mean?
Some
Different
way,
energy.
form,
yeah. And like you said, it just brings a different energy, bro.
Yeah.
You know?
110%. And even just on that, like I remember some guy at the gym, because he watches the pod, and he said, oh, you know, you and JP, your story is mad inspiring. He was like, did you know that, you know, you guys were gonna, you know, be able to like in your respective business like be so successful? I was like, yeah, of course. I didn't know how.
Yeah.
But I knew that for sure. 100%.
Yeah.
Like 100. I definitely knew that. But how? That's another question.
You work out
You work it out.
You work out the how. It's like going into something new. You don't know all the answers.
Yeah.
And you don't need to know all the answers before you start.
Yeah.
Just get started and learn along the way. That's what we've had to do, you know? So, yeah.
And I think just even adding to like another sort of practical step or just something to bear in mind. We touch on this maybe like 3 or 4 episodes, and JP asked me the question, why is it that sort of like the young generation want things like now? And I think even similarly as well, like people of my generation, when we are starting out new ventures, it's taking too long. Flipping out, like I've been trying to do this rent-to-rent thing or this Airbnb thing for like 3 months and not got anything. Like, bro, what do you know about me trying to call a landlord for 9 months trying to get his property, messaging him every single 2 weeks, right? What do you know about calling 1,000 people and everyone saying no? Like, it takes time. You learn with each attempt, right? And I feel like, again, going back to even like our first step, and this is why I say it's so important, because if you think of it with a mentality of you're learning with each attempt, you now know what not to do.
And
Right.
what to do. And what to do.
Right.
Like, yeah, it's like a trial and error thing.
Literally. So that's how I think it's like, it's a jigsaw piece, and you're just, okay, that don't fit. Okay, cool. I know that don't fit. Let me try something.
Yeah.
Okay, that don't fit. Okay, I nearly got this, so I need to look at this and X, Y, and Z.
Yeah, I almost like compare it to a video game where you got to go through the different levels. But if you're not skilled enough, or you don't know enough, or you ain't practiced enough,
Stuck on the level.
you're stuck on level 1. Move to level 2, you learn some new skills. Like you can now like change your armor. You know what I mean? You've leveled up now. But yeah, to go to the next level, you have to keep learning. You have to keep making mistakes. But yeah, there's the mistakes that make you be able to go to the next level, providing you're learning from the mistakes.
No, 100%. But guys, and ultimately, in terms of all the practical steps, like there's a very key theme of just like being persistent and just like, you know, that mindset shift is like massively, massively important.
And I wanted to add as well, a lot of people feel like, you know, there is this thing of being so smart that you can get whatever you are into or doing to work. And I've learned it's not even about just genius. No. It's about persistence. And it's the persistence that makes you look like a genius. You know, but you're not going to be that genius unless you just keep going, whether you feel like it, whether you're in the mood, whether you know whether you're going to make it or work or not, whether you know how you're going to do it, you just got to do it anyway, bro.
Yeah, no, 100%. Genius is persistence in disguise, as they say.
So guys, in closing, for us, the goal isn't about, you know, looking like you're winning. It's about standing there, keep, you know, going and going once everybody else has quit. That's where the winning is done. The winning is done in not quitting when, you know, times get hard, when obstacles are coming at you left, right, and center. The winning is done with the persistence, the perseverance, and the resilience.
110%. Couldn't have said that better. But guys, this is the part of the show where we unlock a new segment, or the last segment, called Plug Bites. This is where John and I read out something thought-provoking, something related to this topic that we thought we'd want to share with you, and would hopefully just instill, you know, a bit of hope for you guys. That, you know,
some inspiration.
Some inspiration, let me say. Some inspiration.
Cool. I'll go first.
Okay, go on then.
My one reads, you don't have to have it all figured out and you just have to keep showing up.
Mm.
You know, and I think that kind of leads on from what I was saying earlier about my journey now that I'm on. I'm really trying to take my business to the next level and grow it from a 6-figure business to a 7-figure business. Do I know how I'm going to do that? Not fully. I've got an idea. Never done it before, but God knows I'm going to die trying. Literally, bro. Like, what else would I be doing?
Yeah.
You know, I'm trying to improve every day. And as long as I keep making progress every day, whether there's obstacles or not, I don't have to have it figured out. I have a loose plan, but I don't need to have every single thing figured out. It's not how it works. Because I could start this journey and then what I thought I had figured out is not even the right way. So there almost has to be an element of just go with the flow and just be fluid. Be fluid. So yeah,
no, 100%.
That's my one.
No, I like that. My plug back says, pressure applied daily breaks what genius never could. And to kind of even hit this home a lot further, I kind of want to sort of paint an analogy of you just got like a brick wall, a plain brick wall in front of you. And I think genius would think, okay, cool, what type of projectiles or geogravitational force fields could I use to try and overcome this wall? And persistence is just getting a hammer and just whacking at that wall until you can find a chink in the armor and break through, right? And the time you're going to start, I don't know even if you guys may have this as well. I still even to this day struggle with this, where you're trying to come up with a smart way of doing something, whether like you're trying to use AI or you're trying to find a smart way to like perform a task, but just simply hitting at it persistently would have been a lot quicker than going around the smart way, right? So persistence always beats genius every single time.
No, I love that.
So that's kind of what I wanted to hit home and what really stood out with me with that plug bite.
No, I love that. Well, guys, we hope you enjoyed that episode. That one was quite special to me. I'm reading the book, The Obstacle is the Only Way, and just really learning how to overcome challenges in life and not lose motivation, not lose inspiration, understanding the importance of within every obstacle there's a lesson, right?
100%.
We need to find out what that lesson is. So hopefully you enjoyed that. Hopefully you can go away, apply some practical steps, some practical tips.
Yes.
Maybe tag a friend who you know is going through something quite challenging now. You know, just shove the video their way. Just shove it their way, man. So yeah.
But yeah, guys, as always, please, we really, really appreciate when you guys let us know if there's any sort of particular topic you want us to discuss, any other guests you want us to get on. And as always, make sure you tell a friend, tell your mum, tell your dad, tell his mistress. Please, she has so many friends. At least I know she's got better friends.
Right? Send it to everybody.
Send it to everyone. Broadcast that, right? But as always, guys, love.
Elevate.